Okay, so today we'll focus a little bit on core, and that's kind of been our focus lately. And for me personally, I always feel like I just love core, and there's several reasons, but the usefulness of core for really flexible folks who are typically drawn to yoga is it helps really keep our joints stable and steady so that we can learn to be flexible in our muscles instead of our joints. Many of us that are kind of overly bendy just dump into our joints. We exploit our flexibility and then end up creating more problems in the long run, like SI joint dysfunction is a big one that I struggle with. And it's from, just relying on the openness of my hips for 30 plus years in yoga. So, core is one of the ways we can sort of draw ourselves back together and focus on our center and our midline and focus on strength and kind of the notion of gathering. And so, when I think of gathering myself back to center, I think about all these different parts of my identity that I tend to marginalize, parts of my personality that I tend to marginalize because maybe they're uncomfortable. And it's kind of a gathering, a welcoming back home, all these different parts of yourself that maybe you marginalize or maybe society marginalizes, says is not enough. So we call all those parts of ourselves back home. And it's no mistake that at our core is Manipura chakra, which is our center of power and power dynamics. So most of us in this world are in some sort of power under, power over dynamic in our job, in our relationships. And definitely society at large has a very power over, like United States is a power over country, dominating force, an oppressive force to many folks. And so yet we claim freedom for all. And so when we think about how can we really be liberated, truly liberated in our power, that would be power in alignment with all other living beings. You're not trying to dominate, you're not being oppressed, your power in alignment with your highest good, your dharma, the reason why you're alive, and power in that doesn't shadow or lord over anybody else's power. So if we can just be power in alignment with our own beings, that's a big step in the right direction, because often we have oppressive thoughts, or we have thoughts that tend to want to control. So when we notice that and we come back to center again and again and again, we practice power in alignment with our truth, power in alignment with all living beings. That takes a lot of practice, my friends. Let me know when you get there. I'll cheer you on. All right, let's start on our backs today. And as we do, we'll bend our knees, place our feet flat, take a few moments to perhaps windshield wiper our legs side to side. And just notice how we're feeling. What are our hips feeling? What's the low back doing? All those things. And then drawing one knee in at a time, doing a few knee circles one direction, and then a few knee circles the other direction. When we will look down. Oh. And then maybe arms are like a cactus. And we'll lift our toes toward the sky. Draw our belly in and feel the low back actually connect with the earth. And then inhale, let the low back come off the earth. your ribs kind of splay out. It's almost a tiny cow pose. And then on the exhale, as you draw your belly in and low back comes toward the floor, it's almost a tiny cat pose. So let's just do that a few more times. And so in poses like chair, we can think about doing this. We're just drawing the belly in to support the low back, to lengthen the low back, to support that natural curve, not tucking our tail under. Yeah. And then we'll lower our legs just a little on the exhale. And then lift them back up, inhale. Lower them just a little on the exhale. Lift them back up. 3 more. And then next time you're to center, legs go toward the right, just a little, and then toward your head and away from your head. Back to center, over to the left, toward your head, away from your head. Back to center, toward the right, toward the head, away from the head. Back to center, to the left, toward the head, away from the head. Back to center, to the right, toward the head, away from the head. Back to center, to the left, toward the head, away from the head. Back to center, and then tiny circles. Keep drawing the belly in. Go even slower, medium circles. And then sort of large circles. They probably won't be too big. Keep drawing the belly in. Other direction, big. Medium. Small. And then happy baby pose. You might rock side to side. And then soles of the feet come together. If you can, interlace your fingers around your feet or grab ankles, whatever works. And then keeping your feet like this, interlace the fingers behind your head. Inhale here. Exhale, elbows and knees come toward each other. Inhale, lengthen away. Exhale, elbows toward knees, knees toward elbows. And we'll continue this way for a while till we feel something magical happen. Notice your pelvic floor. Can you squeeze the pelvic floor like a Kegel mula root, bandha lock? About 10 more. Bring your head down, bring your feet down, let your knees open. Supta, Baddha Konasana. You might reach above your head for opposite elbows. Now draw your belly in here and notice what happens to your low back. Can you squeeze and lift your pelvic floor? Can you engage your low abdominals? And the knees go lift, lift, slowly open, lift, lift, slowly open. So the knees might touch at the top, lift, lift, slowly open, lift, lift, slowly open. And we'll continue that way for a while. Keep drawing the belly in, keep noticing how you can actually feel your obliques working here. If you get into them, those low abdominal muscles. Ten more. And then let the knees open, change the cross of your arms, breathe, notice. Now, draw your belly in and lift your feet 1 inch off the floor. Draw those front ribs in. And release the feet down. Come on to your right side. Right knee stack. Open your knees as if you're standing at hip distance. Point your left toes. Toe goes up, knee goes down. Toe goes down, knee goes up. Toes up, toes down. Toes up, toes down. Toes up, toes down. And we'll do this for a while. Come to center, left ankle, right knee, thread the needle. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Keep your legs in this figure 4 shape. Curl up. And then elbows go across the body, side to side. Release, come on to your left side. Feet are at hip distance, knees are at hip distance. Toes go up, point your right toes. Toes go down, up and down. And we'll continue for a while. Thread the needle, right ankle, left knee. Interlace the fingers behind your head, curl up and go side to side across the body with the elbows. And release. Come over to hands and knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. And then kick the right leg up, inhale. Draw the knee in toward your belly, chest, or nose. Kick it up. Take it across the body toward your left wrist. Kick it up. Take it toward your right elbow. Kick it up. Put the knee down. Left leg, kick it up. Draw it in toward your face. Kick it up. Take it to the right. Kick it up. Take it to the left. Kick it up. Place the knee down, downward facing dog. You might pedal. You might sway. Right leg lifts. Draw the knee in toward your belly, chest, or nose. Kick it up toward the left. Kick it up toward the right. Kick it up. Step the foot forward. Drop your left knee to the earth. Low lunge. Come up. Lean to the right. Left arm might reach across the body or grab your own head. Tuck your tail a little. Breathe into the left side body. Come back to center, inhale. Twist high to the right. Maybe your left hand grabs the outer thigh. You might push that against the hand, reach behind you. Come back to center, arms up, heart up. Frame the front foot, straighten just the front leg, half or Ardha Hanuman. Split. Might lean your weight to the right a little. Bend that knee, place that foot down. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Deep breath in. Hands and knees. Shift your weight forward. Knees, chest, and chin. Roll through cobra, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Left leg lifts. Knee comes in toward the belly, chest, or nose. Lift. Knee goes toward the right. Lift. Knee goes toward the left. Lift. Step that foot forward. Bring your right knee to the earth. Low lunge. Lean to the left. Right arm might reach across or grab your own head. Breathe into the right side body. Come back to center. Inhale, arms up. Twist high. Maybe the right hand reaches the outer left thigh. You push the leg against the hand. Or reach behind you. Come back to center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, frame that front foot, straighten the front leg. Ardha, half. Hanuman, monkey, asana. Half monkey pose. You might bring your weight to the left a little. Bend that left knee, place the foot down. Send your hips a little forward and lift your left arm to the sky. Big breath in. Hands and knees. Shift your weight forward, chest and chin to the earth. Roll through cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. 5 breaths here. Walker, hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Mountain pose. Arms up, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Plank. You might drop your knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog on your inhale. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Mountain pose. Arms reach up, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Or you could just hold plank or go straight to downward facing dog. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Mountain pose. Arms up, inhale. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Chaturanga to up dog or whatever other combination serves you today. We'll meet in down dog. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Mountain pose. Arms up, inhale. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Down dog your way. Walk or hop. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Mountain pose. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Fold forward on your exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Down dog your way. Right leg lifts. Step the foot forward. Either crescent lunge or low lunge. Grab your left wrist, lean right. Back to center. Twist high or bring your palms together. Wrist, forearm, or elbow outside the right knee. Come back to center, heart up. Cactus the arms. Arms reach up. Frame the front foot, straighten the front leg. You might lift your back knee up if it was down. Bend that front knee, reach your right arm up. Inhale. Side angle, exhale. Half bind or full bind. Release your bind, reach your left arm forward. Cartwheel it, side plank on the left. Down dog, your way. Left leg lifts. Foot steps forward, crescent lunge or low lunge with the right knee down. Grab your right wrist, lean left. Come back to center and twist high, or bring your right wrist, form, or elbow outside the left knee. Come back to center, arms up, inhale. Cactus the arms, shine the heart up. Lift the arms up, breathe in. Frame the front foot. If the back knee is down, lift it up, straighten the front leg. Bend the left knee, lift the left arm, breathe in. Side angle, breathe out. Side angle, breathe out. Maybe half bind, maybe full bind. If you have your bind, release it, stretch that right arm forward. Windmill your hands forward, pivot your back toes, side plank on the right. Down dog, your way. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Breathe in. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Down dog, your way. Right leg high. And draw the knee in toward your belly, chest, or nose. Right leg lifts. Take it towards your left arm where you might stay, or you might straighten the leg, thread it through, left arm up. Right leg goes high. Take it toward your right arm where you might stay, or you might have an arm balance. Lift the leg up. Step the foot forward. Crescent lunge or low lunge. Twist high. Palms together, maybe the wrist outside the left knee, maybe the forearm, maybe the elbow. Push the right knee against the arms. You might open your arms high to low. Come back to center. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Lengthen your neck. Push your head into your hands. And send your hips forward and your heart up. Belly in. And reach your arms up, inhale. Frame that front foot, lift the back knee if it's up, straighten the right leg, maybe toes go toward your face. Then the right knee, right arm up, breathe in. Side angle. Half bind or full bind, or half bound or full bound, bird of paradise, stepping that left foot up and coming up with the right leg. Bring that right foot down. For a moment, you might have a half or a full bound half moon. Warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Triangle pose. Let's cartwheel the hands forward. We're coming to side plank on the left. Down dog, your way. Left leg lifts. Knee comes in toward belly, chest, or nose. Lift. Left knee, right arm, where you might hover or straighten the leg, thread it through. Right arm up. Lift. Take it towards your left arm where you might hover or have an arm balance. Lift. Step the foot forward. Crescent lunge or low lunge. Twist high. Or bring your right wrist, forearm, or elbow outside that left knee. Push the knee against the arms. Where you might say or open your arms high to low. Come back to center. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Lengthen your neck. Lean back. Send the hips forward. Send the heart up. Reach your arms up, inhale. Frame that front foot. If the back knee is down, lift it, straighten that left leg, toes toward your face. Bend the left knee, lift the left arm, inhale. Side angle, exhale. Half or full bind, or half or full bound, bird of paradise. Place your left foot down and see if for a moment you can come to a half or full bound half moon. Warrior two. Straighten the front leg, triangle. We're gonna windmill the arms forward, pivot the back toes, side plank on the right. Down dog, your way. Shift forward into plank. Come onto your forearms, forearm plank. Knees down, child's pose. You might bring your palms together and place them behind your head or neck. Place your arms like forearm plank again, but this time we'll come to dolphin. Hands can be together or apart, elbows under the shoulders. You might stay right here, or you might lift your right leg. You might place that leg down, lift your left leg. You might lift both legs. Pincha Mayurasana, or tail of the peacock. Draw your ribs in, wherever you are. Child's pose. You might walk your elbows forward, palms together behind your head. Let's release. We're gonna sit and bring our legs out in front. And then draw the right heel in toward the groin, foot alongside the inner thigh. Left arm straight out in front, left leg straight out in front, right arm lifts. Right hand reaches for the pinky toe edge side of maybe the ankle or the shin or the foot. And then maybe both hands reach for that leg somewhere. We'll slowly come back up and switch sides. Left arm lifts, right leg is out in front. Left hand reaches toward the outside of the shin or the ankle or the pinky toe edge side of the foot. And then maybe both hands reach for the ankle, shin, or even the foot. We'll slowly come back up and draw both feet together. Hands on the ankles for a moment, opening the feet as if it's a book. And push the pinky toe edge sides of the feet together. Using your hands on your ankles, draw your heart forward. Imagine almost a cow shape to your back. Imagine that your sweetheart will go down there to your feet. And that probably won't happen for most of us physically, but the idea of walking the heart path could be present in your mind. And we'll slowly come up. And then, my dears, maybe pigeon pose feels like a good pose for you. Or maybe today you try pigeon on your back, where you come over onto your back. It's like pigeon light. And in this way, we'll just cradle this right leg with your hands and straighten the left leg on the floor. And so some folks can cradle the leg by holding the knee with the right hand, the foot with the left hand. Some folks can place the foot in your inner elbow and then interlace your fingers around the leg like you're holding it like a baby. And we're going to come to half happy baby on this right side. We'll release that side and then either thread the needle or pigeon on your back, or pigeon, whatever you're doing. You can cradle with your hands or your elbows. And then half happy baby on that left side. Release this side, my dears. Next offering, shoulder stand, or place a block underneath your sacrum and lift your legs to the sky, or go put your legs up the wall for extra support and loveliness. So some of you might be in shoulder stand and you'll want to roll down to fish, and that's cool. If you have a block underneath your sacrum, you might just put your feet on the floor. And so that's kind of a supported bridge. And just breathe here. If you have legs up the wall, you might just stay. You could even wide straddle your legs and legs up the wall, or bring the soles of your feet together. And then we're working our way to our final resting pose, whether that's legs up the wall or Shavasana or a seated meditation, whatever feels useful to you today. Remember, Shavasana can have knees bent or legs supported with a pillow, or it could even be on your side or belly. And when you're ready, we'll slowly come to one side for a breath or two. Eventually making our way up to a seat. And bring our palms to our heart in any shape that feels useful right now. Gratitude for our body and our breath and these practices that have been brought by so many different teachers and so many different lineages, all the way from Africa and Egypt and Kemetic yoga, in Asia and India, but the practices that we recognize and acknowledge have influenced our lives. In the spirit of peace, we say Shanti, Shalom, Salam, Amani, Maluhia, Irini, Shiakan, Jam, Pache, Paz. In the spirit of our collective healing and liberation, we say Ashe, Amin, Amen, blessed be, Kapu Aloha, in Lak'ech, Satnam, Namaste, Mitakuye Oyasin, Black Lives Matter,